Studies.
Okay, here we are. Okay, this is Ed Wesley, and I am here currently with the candidate for School Board Trustee Place 7 in Cedar Hill, Texas, where the early voting starts April 27th through May 5th, and the election day is May 9th, 2015. And I have, as a guest today on the Political Forum, I am your host, Ed Wesley, with 100radiolive.com, and we have Ramona Dion Ross Bacon. And how are you today, Ms. Bacon?
I'm doing wonderful. We had a great day today. We started out really on the high note with the Cedar Hill Action Team at the 9th grade center here in Cedar Hill with a college fair and a career fair for a lot of the students, and it was, really successful. And, we're just having a great day.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I was in attendance at that event, and it was tremendous. A lot of very impressive young people, and the event that you were part of planning was, I thought it was a very well-run event, and we were very happy to be in attendance there. First of all, let me say that I admire people that choose service. I think when you run for political office, and it's a way to be a citizen and service, because you open yourself up to a lot of slings and arrows when you step out publicly. Absolutely. So I want to first of all say thank you for serving and reaching out to do what you can to create a better community. The first thing that we want to ask is, what is your motivation for running for Place 7 there in Cedar Hill? What's your main motivation?
Well, my main motivation is, I look at a lot of the stuff that's going on across the country where education is concerned. When you look at with all these standardized testing, and you look at the way that the students aren't performing the way that they should, I look at the fact that we as a community can do a whole lot more than what we have done for these kids. So I feel that I would be one of the strongest candidates running for this place 7. And just the fact that we just want to help out the community and help out the kids. I'm very active in the community, and I'm very active with helping the students that need assistance with anything. My husband, he's with the All Pro Dads, and we take a strong role in mentoring. And Mr. Stiegel, I tell you, I was one of those students. I was one of those children growing up, and that was one of the strongest motivations for me, because I look back at some of these kids right now that kind of like telling my story. I was growing up. I'm one of 10 children growing up in Amarillo, Texas.
Wow.
And, I grew up in the time when we were bused. And, we had the PTSA meetings and the Booster Club meetings, but my parents couldn't go because my dad worked 3 jobs.
Wow.
So, I wanted to go and participate. I know that my parents would love to go participate, but we couldn't go because it was so far away. And I think that even though, people put a whole lot of things against the parents that don't come and participate at the schools where their children are concerned, but they don't know that child and that parent's story.
Absolutely.
So, that's another contributing and motivating factor, because I look back at my childhood and I look at my life, and I can see where things could be different in this century,
Absolutely. And I appreciate that story and your experience. And I think that's the perfect motivation to get involved. And I think more of us need to get involved and, put ourselves in the place of service. Because I think being a school board trustee, you're serving the public. And, a lot of people don't understand that. And so For those of us that do, yeah, we appreciate what you're trying to do. Also, I'd like to say, in the interest of equal time, if there's any other candidate for this particular position, I just want to state that they can. All they have to do is contact us. We'll be happy to have them on as well. Now, Ms. Bacon, I'd like to just ask about your agenda and what you would like to see happen when you win this place 7 here on Cedar Hill School Board. What would be your agenda or some of the things that you'd like to get done?
Well, I want to, focus more on career readiness. We do a lot of focusing on college readiness. We have a collegiate high school which graduates those students with an associate's degree. And then we look at the high school who's doing the dual credit. But, not every child is ready or meant to go into a traditional college setting. So it's very vital that we focus on career readiness.
Yes.
And get these students at a position where even though they're not ready to go to college, there's vocational programs for them.
Yes.
And hands-on for them, and internships that will provide them with the opportunity to get into a job and get college credit.
Yes.
Case in point, my son, he's one of those children who, my older son is one of those children who didn't do well in the traditional college setting. But now he's in one of those VOTEC programs over at Cedar Valley College, and he's doing well with it. And he's excited, and he's, just to see the look on his face when he's accomplished a task, that's more joy than I can have, just to seeing him happy, because he was so stressed when he was in the traditional college setting.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of students that's like that. Some of the other things that I'm pushing for is more city council and school board and the independent school district partnership.
Okay.
There's kind of like a little gap that I believe when you look at the city of Cedar Hill. We have a lot of kids in this neighborhood, in this community, but there's really nowhere for them to go when they get out of school. So it poses a problem. And, then when summer comes around, we have a lot of kids doing nothing, and my parents used to say an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Absolutely.
So, they get into a lot of trouble. So, we have empty, vacant buildings and stuff that maybe we can partner with the city council to build something for these kids to give them a place of their own. And that's right now, for me, that's one of the most important things along with the career readiness.
Wow. I mean, you hit some really important points, and, I can't help but just agree with everything that you're saying. I think the agenda that you have is one that should be welcomed by the citizens there of Cedar Hill. Now, I know that you're part of the Cedar Hill Action Team, which is chat, which had that event out there today, which, wow, I really can't say enough about how great it was. But you also belong to other community groups and other work that you do in the community as well?
Yes, I do. I'm with the Lions Club. I just joined that organization, and you know what? I am a recipient of the benefits of the Lions Club. When I was younger, the Lions Club got me glasses.
Wow.
I was struggling in school and didn't understand why, but then the Lions Club stepped in and got me my first pair of glasses, and I've been doing well ever since. I was 12 years old when I got my first pair of glasses, and my grades went up, and I vowed that when I got into a position, I would find that organization, and I'm 50 years old now, and I finally found that organization, so I decided that I was going to get back to them. And also, I'm a part of a lifetime member of the Disabled American Veterans.
Okay.
I'm retired Navy, and and a disabled veteran as well.
Well, thank you for your service to the country.
Thank you. And I tell you, when you go over to the Veterans Hospital and you see all these service members that have served, and, one of the most heart-wrenching thing is to see a homeless veteran.
Yes.
And so my thing is to give back to them, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
And I've been blessed. So I am a lifetime member of the Disabled Veterans, and I'm also a member of Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship.
Okay.
And I just love Pastor Evans and love the fellowship at Oak Cliff Bible Fellowship. I participate a lot with my son's school. My son Thaddeus is a graduating senior this year, and that's our last one. So when I was blessed when I retired from the military to be able to stay home with my son with this last one. And so now I'm with the CHISD District Advisory Council, the Site-Based Decision-Making Committee. I'm a mentor for some students, and also I do educational consulting, helping students with scholarships and the FAFSA and things like that, along with the Hill Action Team.
Wow.
And also, I am the president of the Collegiate Booster Club. So I, try to keep myself busy.
You are active, and I met Thaddeus today, and let me tell you, that is one impressive young man. And so you know firsthand, you got a student there in the Cedar Hill ISD, so you know firsthand. But I'd like to know, I think maybe this is just a personal question how do you raise with all those distractions out here and everything that's going on in the pop culture today, how do you raise a focused child like that, studious, focused young man like that?
Well, I think the most important thing with raising a young man like that is to have that positive male role model.
Yes, yes.
I can do so much. I tell you, one of the funny things for me was when he was accepted to Texas A&M, and then he got accepted to the May School of Business at A&M. He's 16
he's
years old.
Is that correct? Is he 16?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right, go right ahead.
Yeah. So he was accepted, and it's like Mom does all this work. Mom does hard work, and then they say you can bring one parent with you. And they had luncheon. And so he said, well, Mama, thank you for everything, but I want Daddy to go. And I teased him with that, but I was just so happy that he wanted his dad to go with him.
Yes. Yeah.
And so that's how you raise a focused young man.
Wow.
To have these positive male role models, and that's what the All-Pro Dads